And it says, "Aw, Yurochi will be missed."
Yeah. My Kokoro is broke a little. Sad.
Profound sadness.
Profound sadness.
So did you change the restream code? Yeah, you did. Cause that's like, why does it clone twice?
Huh?
You cloned it twice for a moment.
Cloned it twice?
Yeah, the game appeared twice on your screen.
Weird. Anyway, good to go.
Versus mode though.
Yeah, it's local though.
Aww.
Yeah, I wish it was on there. Let's go to your cup. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on, oh yeah, I started us off there. Actually, I wanted to check something. In the book.
Do you want to read stuff?
Give me a sec. Serpentine Dandruff turned to brittle stone not long after his death. Of that you may be certain. What remains is a flat, elevated basin that stands us closer to the heavens. Upon the fallen ground thus hide the stars themselves alight, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock-like forms a sigil over a passage to and from this land. And then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang, shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, and we knew how often to return. Is this like... Oh, jeez. It's a huge jump in chat there. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. Stars communicate to us, and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. Stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. Just kind of wanted to look at that real quick. Commissary! You and the others are busying yourself for the commencement of the rite this evening when you notice Zay behaving strangely, more than usual. Maybe he is here. I mean, I think he has to be somewhere nearby. She notices you then. Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I think maybe my friend is here. And I was hoping to say hi to him. Why did my gate keep tabbing up by itself? Before we have to do the ceremony with the star ball. Wait, that's him, my friend is here, he's here. Just then your adversaries, the Fate, arrive on the other side of the ridge of gold. They begin making necessary preparations. Sayuri rushes over to them before anyone can stop her, even as the stars above start shining through the darkness. Excuse me.
I guess you weren't using Zay then?
Reader.
I don't know.
Ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the Fate. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Oh, hello again, hello. Why, hello indeed, young one. We are the Fate, and once again we hail you and all the Nightmares.
Yeah, your game keeps cloning on this screen.
Cloning. Wait, what is?
Like, I see it twice.
See it
Like
twice?
at random.
That is bizarre. Not sure how that happened. Look at my mouse though. My mouse is cool. It's really weird. Thanks, I was wondering, may I speak to your son? Why, I do not see why not, but let me see here. Almer, where are you? Bring your pardon, young one, but my son, he's not always punctual, you see. Hold, I should go and fetch it. Oh, okay. I mean, my friend, I hope that he remembers me. You? Wait, where's father? Father! Oh, hello again. Your father, he went looking for you. Did you not see him?
Father?
No, I did not see him. It's best not be some Nightwing's trick, or else I'll... there you are, Alma. Our cordial adversary wishes to salute you, I believe. Oh, that's right, I mean... Here, this is my salute. I am saluting you. It's nice to see you, and may the scribes watch over you, okay? I want them to watch over us as well, but maybe just this time, or not just this time, but this and other times, maybe? They can watch over all of us, okay? The two of them stand and watch as Zay skips over to rejoin your group. An unusual sort, that one. She is. She's about your age? Father! Gotta put them together.
I said no looting.
I pray that all our training since our last encounter shall not be in vain. Since Dalbert speaks the truth, the Fate are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Not underestimated.
Now we shall get started.
Yeah, it cloned itself again.
But is
Keeps
it
doing
for how long though?
2 seconds.
Like, what do you mean that it clones itself? Like, what exactly happens?
The bottom part of the screen moves to the top, so then there's like 2 bottom parts of your screen.
The bottom part moves to the top.
Yeah, like it's cloned. It's like I see the latest follower along with like part of the game, and it appears at the top of the screen.
That is really weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it's happening.
Neither do I. I wonder if I get to learn everyone's motives and all that as well.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go with Zai to start with.
Zay,
Zai.
it is done.
A family. At least they're here together. Steel yourself, Almer. Are you prepared to face our adversaries once again? Always, Father. Let us prevail, here and now. Let us do so indeed, my son. Let's go.
Begin. Now to the flame.
I need
The Nightwings are first to strike the adversary's flame.
pretty good. Well done, my noble friends. Can you sustain such vigor through the conclusion of this, right? Very nice.
The orb engulfed in fire. Oh!
Nice.
Absolution!
Very good.
Well, you have it.
Oh, done. Oh, no.
Alma banished.
They are throwing
Yeah.
that orb around like
Quench the
crazy.
fires of his foe.
Yeah, they're faster. It's a mistake by
She soared right in.
wham! Slam dunk.
Your victory is at hand. Yes.
Ah, so close.
Yes.
Very nice. Oh,
Pathetic. Unacceptable.
no good. Very nice.
And it is done.
Easy peasy.
The
Let's go.
Nightwings prevail yet again.
Let's
Their adversaries confidently thwarted. Thus end this night's proceedings.
wait. I'm sorry. I just wanted to apologize, I think. Why, young one, you must not say such things. You are one of the Nightwings, the most envied of all triumvirates. We aspire to your greatness and your legacy. Father, please, no more of this. They have prevailed. We need not grovel at their feet. Almer, is it? Almer, I just had a question. Ask quickly, and then go about your business. Oh, would you be my friend?
Huh?
What? I was wondering if you would be my friend, because I don't have a lot of friends, and you're brave and gentle with your father, so. I shall see you in a little while, my son.
Ah,
What? The scribes, were they not friends? I choose to think, they brought us here, to be closer together, not to be apart.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Oh, that enlightenment.
The moon-touched girl has greater understanding.
The 8
than it
scribes, they so
seems.
inspired me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe. Let's go.
The exiled Pamatha perhaps can learn the errors
Well,
of
Tamitha,
mankind.
soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. Choose a mastery for Tamitha.
power of the eldest matriarch. Until the stars align.
Spooky. Let me check some real quick. Hey, Mirik is on Beam. Hello, Mirik.
Hey, hello,
I
Mir.
didn't see your little heart, but heart to you too, my friend. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles vanquish the fate and find Volford waiting for you there. Well done back there, my boy. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan, of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress toward the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one. Gaze again to the darkness of night. See some. Oh, gotcha. Oh, hopefully I'm not too boring, but I'll be narrating most of it. I'm into that sort of thing. Also, it's a little harder for me to see the chat often, so sorry if I take long to respond or something. Several shining stars, a trick of the eye, or the will describes. Who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we, in turn, influence which triumphant we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Volfred's planner to see your current progress. Huh, interesting. Using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Volfred should keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or anytime in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. Record 9-0, suckers. Haven't lost a single time. So right now would be those sisters.
Jarang bang.
Let's see. We've had delivery companions.
And this game is called Pyre.
I need one more exile, apparently, to fulfill the plan.
I have probably successfully.
The bar is honestly not that high. Thank you, Mirik, I think. Oh my god, these guys have lost 8 times. And
Wow.
only won. Who do they win against? Jesus. Let me see who I want to go to. Let's see. I think I'll beat up the Pyre Hearts.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my dinner.
Okay. Yum, 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 yum. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts once more? And this is to be a most exciting time. This knight's one-time commanding officer, imagine if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recants his tale of Sir Deluge's past, and how it is that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion, former ally of Sir Gilman, lacks a sort of courage for which his kind is known, and somehow leads the Pyre hearts anyway. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the Highwing Regnants. Yet, time and again, he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then, in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. On the downside, he sought water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre hearts, they conduct the rites in the name of their great hero, the Under King Ors, while adhering to their strict code.
I'm back, but I'll be muting myself for
Welcome
most of the time.
and enjoy your food.
Thanks.
This knight might not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned in disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. Say good night to Sir Gilman in turn. There's no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you will press on once again. Oh, Lyric says bone apple teeth. Apparently. Is he here? Is he? Oops.
I can't unmute quickly enough, but you think.
Sai seems very happy about something and has been chanting softly to herself. On closer inspection, however, she seems to be engaged in conversation with the wagon wall. And so, after the rite he said to me, I think he said to me, farewell. Can you believe it, little brother? He said that, then he left to go find Mr. Dalbert, who went on ahead. And so, I think that maybe we're friends now. Don't you think so too? We have a lot in common, don't we? Friends are supposed to have a lot in common, right? For instance, we're both fighting for those we care about, for those who helped us when we needed it. Is that not so? He's very lucky to have met Mr. Dalbert, isn't he? She falls silent for a time, then. It cannot be that the 8 scribes intended that all of us should just have to fight each other all the time. It just cannot be. So many whom we face, they don't like us very much, do they? Because if we prevail against them, it must mean that they cannot go home. They really want to, so that's why they don't like us. Back home, when they told me to stop being me, I didn't like him either. You want to know what I think, little brother? I think the scribes put us together in all this so we can learn from one another and grow closer together as friends. That is what I think, little brother, and I told them so. Maybe the next time I see Almer and Mr. Dalbert again, they'll be happy to see me then. She bounds off, noticing you as she goes. Hi, mister. Since some burden has been lifted from her, and her knowledge of the rites, however informal it may be, has crystallized into a deeper understanding. Oh, Zay gained +1 hope permanently. Very nice. It's another page. No, it's another page in the first chapter. Whoops. Let's see if she got something to say. My best friend in the whole world, in all the world, come to visit me again. Does it make you comfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not know me very well, but I know you just fine. You reveal a great deal to me when you come visit me like this. You're not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. She laughs to herself. One learns to read a bit, when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so. Especially if one is wont to pry a little, you understand, for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you, a common wanderer who simply wants to see his quest to its completion, only to end up spending all his time talking to an apparition stuck in stone. Oh, I know about your loves or lack thereof, about your favorite pastimes. Certain habits you may be somewhat loath to admit. Fear not, of course. I use the special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance, like so many of your predecessors. As for the other beyonders, they are as wraiths to me, as I must seem to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confide as easily in my own kind as I am able to confide in you. But I suppose that I have said too much. Thank you as ever for the visit. You have given me a lot to think about, more than you know. She laughs again softly. See ya, bud. Continue my journey. Let's go. Let's go. Forbidden Karn of Haug lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shaq's six shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the Pyre Hearts, should be on their way there now. Soon we shall confront them once again. Let's go over here. Touch down in the heart of Dromur Valley, where first you face the Fade and the dissidents. Briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. We now have little time before having to set forth by land. Beyonder's crystal seas. Russ. You have returned, have you? What does it require? Oh, good. Just as I was beginning to feel more bored even than usual. Russ. Guess I have to do this one. Yes, Sandra, to administer one of her special tries for Zay. I must admit that I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there's more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Zay arrives in heat of the summons. The scribes, I think that if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites. But you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, mister? Oh, yes. Not these guys. It's a bad start. Yeah. Not good so far. These guys move so fast, jeez. Let's go. Oh, and he ended it to us. So kind. Oh, gross. Not very good. Ah. Bad idea. Oh, Jesus, what is it? These guys move so quickly. No. Gross. There we go. One more. Nice. handed it to him like an idiot. There we go. Go. Nope. There we go. That wasn't as bad as the other ones. Oh man. My back. Okay, how did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations, Arnoda, to you and also to your lovely reader. Now, farewell.
Thank you.
It's a good meme. It's a good meme. Did I imagine all of that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is it that you have there? Ooh, interesting. That looks neat. Let's see. That's not what I want. Yep, I want to give her that. It's a good meme. Alright. Take some of the afternoon to survey the area with Pamitha. You observe many curs off in the distance, driven half wild from the heat. Foolish things. This is what happens when you trust the Commonwealth. There's nothing you can do for the creatures. The sight of them makes you all too eager to return to the wagon and immerse yourself in vocations. Oh, there's another conversation. Find Pamitha by herself again, though her expression has grown darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, reader darling? I'm trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader. Just leave me be, reader. Just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny. But now her thoughts are laid bare to you. Mitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Tamitha? Do I just go ahead and kill them all? That would be proof enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and to our sisters. Perhaps I had to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Pamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the lonesome thing that they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. You know by now why I'm in this mess with all of you. You could say I lack Tamitha's sense of commitment, or zeal. She lives only to see her nation overthrown, or something worse if she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way. Especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth Ward steel. Wielded with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. Became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and others killed someday, so when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there was such risk, of course, and yet a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down. Mercy, they called it. Did not see it that way, and in my growing protest of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow. She falls silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize her nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. Ooh. Huh. Let's see. Huh. Wonder if Pamela and Hedwyn are more connected than the game makes it seem. More vocations. Time to mentor Hedwyn. You and Hedwyn review what observations you have made thus far about the various triumvirates you have confronted on your journey. There's key insights about some of them. Very nice. Our adversaries and the rights, all of them, motivated to be free again, at least as much as we. Time to continue on. Oh wait, I want to see what Sandra had to say. Let's see. You know, my lovely reader, I must admit that I did not expect your little followers to be quite so receptive to instruction as thus far they have proved. I know not whether they owe it all to you, or have somewhat more to them than I was first inclined to think. In any case, however, I am pleased that they are not entirely disgraceful. I like to keep my expectations well in check, seeing as I have been thus expelled until the end of time. So it is pleasant when those expectations are exceeded every now and then, although I cannot quite recall when last that was. But the best part of all this are these brief times in which you visit me in my domain. I know you cannot for long. This damned crystal in which I am enthralled should see to that. But as you have perhaps surmised, whenever it decides that one of your little friends is worthwhile enough, why, I can offer them a trial. Likewise, I can offer you a chat. Sometimes I think, as you achieve those trials of mine, perhaps it does something to trim the length of my eternal banishment. Eternity being what it is, however, perhaps not. Still, if the trophies of the blasted scribes are worth something to you, then all you need is but to brave my trials, and they can be yours. Perhaps there's good in it for me as well. Then something changes in her, and she changes the subject. I've likely said too much. I'm not to influence you in your use of the Beyonder crystal. It is not there to be tampered with by anyone, including me. Forget what I said. Farewell for now then, reader. Oh, what a cutie pie. Just wants some company. Let's see. And a bunch of... Ooh, I didn't know that music. Sounds cool, dude. Hedwyn in this game is A+. It's good. Here in the stark badlands of Jamur Valley, you encounter a messenger and come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Judario, whom you have liberated at the fall of Soliam. My bae Judario. That's the true bae. You learned Judario's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated in the blood border on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Vale, where a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. But she refused the gesture, rather bluntly the report suggests. Instead, she sought Wolford's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters, and so the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. The last part of the Messengerium's news must have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be in Jodaria's own words. All you can tell is that it says, await. You thank the Messengerium for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. Tizo is fired up about the news of Jodaria's return to the Commonwealth. Wonder what the rest of her message said. You give it to him for us, Jody. I knew you had it in you. There's nothing she can't handle. I miss her bad sometimes, but I'm glad she's alright. Do you think she still has her horn now that she's back up there? She is an inspiration to us all, or to this night she is at least. The news of Jodari's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Woohoo! Everyone gets +1 hope. Heck yeah, Jodario! Even in liberation, she is bae. Hey you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, likes frowning, stuff like that? Something happened there or what? Heard a crazy story she just flew on out of here or something. Anyways, let's see what I can get. To 3 times. Not bad. But I got
Okay, I'm
no
done eating.
money. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I got no money.
I mean, you can sell the thing that Judario has, but then that's your only memento of her.
No, I am not selling that beautiful piece of work.
You love your waifu way too much.
Heck yeah, dude. There was big. She's gone. And
Yeah,
I'm
sadly.
sad.
There.
I got snow muns for anything. Very nice. Keep so you got a repeat customer there. Dad, you give him a deal.
Also, the screen glitched out 2 times now.
Spooky.
Like since I unmuted. No, I mean when I was muted.
Spooky, dude. Oh, whoops. Let's commence the rite. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet and amid the rocky pathways at the cairn of Haub. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set it. He observes Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. He sensed something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. This night betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right, focus on the right, focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader. This knight did not see you there just now, such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Note that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention. That's cool.
Stand forth, you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the cairn of Haub. The adversaries you are to confront shall be the Pyre Hearts. Whose ever pyre yet burns ere the break of dawn shall surge forward on the path to glory. Now prepare yourselves.
Gilman, still not abandon your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities. Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This night is most surprised they have the courage to even show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You're a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows, many times your size, with much more honor too. And something comes over Sir Gilman, but just as soon as fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful! You Nightwings, you're stupid to have taken that one in. You're no good at the rights. And another thing, we do not fear you.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Now let us begin.
Summon the night ye.
Yeah, I am going to.
Cowardice.
surprised he survived 3 years. No, considering that. But then again, that's all he did.
Sir Gilman.
Oh wait, what's that? Traits and masteries. Ooh, that is a big radius. Gotta be careful. Let's see.
Zay.
I'll bring Headwind. It's good
Headwind.
support to have.
Very well.
Yeah, but once you max him out, he's the one who's gonna get back
I
to.
already told you I can pick who I can do. I'm not gonna pick Headwind yet. It's the first one I pick when I enter the last one. Because the first one is like
But
automatically.
don't they need
the
like
one
a
for-
certain amount? Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Which, like I already said, a couple of them already met the minimum requirements. So
Okay.
yeah, I can wait on Headwind. All right, Sir Gilman. Let's see what your old friends can do. Come then, Nightwing. Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard.
Commence. Banished each in turn.
Very nice.
The Night Wings are the first to strike.
There's a huge freaking range. Jesus. Ah, there it is.
Banishment.
That's-
Their flame has died a little.
Oh Jesus! I accidentally went way too far.
Magnificent.
Another most inglorious defeat is imminent. This knight can feel it in his bone.
You just dropped it.
I wanted to sling it forward. I accidentally messed up. Nope. No.
The
darn.
orb quenches the flame. There.
Just barely got away. There we go.
Sublime.
Ah. Nope.
That ought to wake you up.
Yeah, that does ought to wake you up.
Yeah.
Exactly by the book.
One more.
Now end the ceremony.
Ah.
Red-handed.
Apparently jumped into that one. Nope.
That Sir Deluge did fling himself upon the flames.
Oh, these definitely got harder now.
Quite the turn of events.
Sucker.
And it is done. The Nightwings once again prevail.
Let's go.
And such a well-conducted victory it was.
Very good. Very good.
The ceremony is complete.
Curse you, Gilman. You were a fool to abandon us, and now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Shut up. You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade. And everybody knows, this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him.
There is much to learn from this
Someone needs
experience.
aftercare.
Until the next rite.
I was enlightened. Close. The Nightwings bested the Pyre Hearts in a convincing manner. You return to the wagon to recover and plan your next move. Time has come to search the stars again and determine where the rites shall take you next.
Yeah, the screen keeps glitching up now.
Tell it to
I
stop.
think it's been glitching up way more often.
Tell it to stop that. Screen, stop that. Your banned screen.
Oh, well, I guess there it goes. I can't watch anymore.
Stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Let's see. I really want to lower the essence down. Oh, perfect. So, we're to have another brush with Tamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I am here for her. Tamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the high-winged remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. Flag tacticians such as Tamitha gave the high-winged remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. The darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war. Being trapped in the downside only stoked her fury. I wound up in here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated what happened between us. What I did for her own good, and that'll all her sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose. But for now, I'd best try and catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams, then, darling. Bid a good night to Tamitha in turn. No time now to make flight preparations. Though come morning, the black wagon will press onward.
Talk to the Gilman guy. Talk to Gilman.
But
Talk to Gilman.
little dingle dangle.
Don't annoy people again.
Little dingle dangle.
Just talk to Gilman, then play with Bingo Dango.
Little dingle dangle. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He's been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do, now, when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, We are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind. To lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren and their egg-sacs, to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom, or in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. And he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound to the Nightwings. This, the fulfillment of our plan and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot fully be achieved through knighthood, can it? Requires something more. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, but not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. He's too present, permanently. Jesus. Very nice.
Also, Mirik says, please annoy me.
What?
Mirik says, please annoy me.
I don't get it. Oh,
Please annoy me.
the
Yeah.
xylophone?
Yeah.
Gotta get some of that xylophone action. Look at that go. Look at that go. Look at that go. Under the sea. Under the sea. Burrito super boy naturally.
Oh.
Why are you echoing?
Probably because I have my mouth so close to the microphone.
Oh.
Maybe so. Maybe.
Or maybe I'm just hearing you on the stream twice.
That could be it too, actually. I'm to take off. There's a point of interest somewhere around
Wait, you can move around manually?
here. Yeah, I'm moving.
No, I didn't know that. Then you would go on a
360.
set path.
Whatever I feel like. Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see the big birch roots from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring. I am certain that big birch root must have left a strong impression on you all. She is not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you, to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs. Gloom hangs thick above the pit of Melith, and all around it. You are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing other than a foul den. They take the tales of Islak Ostroborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. I have met others, such as Witch Utmild, who believe otherwise, although whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your coming right against the Essence take place in complete secrecy, as always the rights have. Let's see. Other points of interest. Locations. You return to the dismal region known as Flagging Hands. Straight away you sense an air of dread, yet cling to hope that you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and your fellow exiles have time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environs soon take their toll on everyone. There it goes already, -1 hope. Just got here. Santa has something to say. I thought it said explore your package for some reason. Meet up with Sir Gilman,
Well.
who suggested you go ranging with him through Plaguemont. This night shall escort you, good Master Reader. Together you set out to explore the soiled grounds around the Black Wagon. You find little to speak of other than desolation typical of the downside. Alas, that no adventure sought us out this day. You and Sir Gilman make your way back to the wagon. Though uneventful, your search helped ease the burden weighing on you, and leaves you with time to pursue your vocations. Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyway. Exile is too light a sentence for this night. He notices you and then seizes up. Begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst does not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble Master Reader. What brings you to this night this afternoon? Maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. Stands there for a time, silent and dejected, but then... Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then, you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here, then, are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. But this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. This knight stood there on the front lines while the high-wing remnants descended upon us. So fierce was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We are the Sea Dominion. We require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target there, that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them shrieking with laughter all the while. This night he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander, whom you met when you first met this night. That cursed Sir Deluge, not for his craven cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum might have held at least a while longer. But instead we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked like a coward too. Thus came the time for penance. And this night, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence of the downside, or to the downside. And as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters in the Sea of Solace, where soon we met the Pyre Hearts, triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Deluge, they thought he could provide it, the leadership they sought. And his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When he encountered you in the Nightwing, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose, and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there's little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day not merely by coincidence. Perhaps Underkin Ors yet has plans in store, in which this knight may play a part. This night he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him for now. He says he feels relieved at having shared all this.
Wait. Crime, none. Motive, not applicable. Okay.
I mean, I guess so. Let's see, Xylobone. I just wait a minute, that's Xylobone already. Listen, Mirik, 10 points. Good point. I'm the mentor, my boy Headwind.
Latest follower. I saw Mirek and Reaper Naughty.
Sounds lewd. I dig it.
Hey, I told you, no looting.
Oh, okay, sorry. You and Headwind go over what you know of the celestial landmarks you have been to, and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the Rights. You can tell he knows many of them well by now.
I see Rach watching.
Read at max. Mastery of the rites is just a starting point, not a destination, isn't it? Mark along a path. I wouldn't have come this far unless I'd figure all that out by now. I can only hope that what I've learned here can be used to help us in some way. Oh wow, nice. Never have imagined that I get to see so many different places in the downside. Beyond measure. Very nice, Edwin, very nice. Give a little kiss on the nose. There you go. Let's see, is the Raichiru in the thing? The Raichiru is lurking. Being here in Flagging Hats continues to sap most everyone's spirits.
Oh, and last one again.
I hate this place. Let's go straight into it. Oh, hey guys, look, I got something here I think which maybe you would like. Shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort. Sun serum, and star serum, and moon serum. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. Besides, they can give you just a little lift you need, know what I mean? You get thirsty for
Got
them,
it,
don't
drugs.
even worry, I can get more soon. Might as well be. Chug that. Let's see. This guy's just so giggly. Maybe some soon, guys.
You didn't buy anything?
Nah, I don't really have any gold.
Probably why he's upset.
The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as you and your companions finish making preparations for the coming rite. Through all the ceremony, you realize Pamitha is nowhere to be found. Last anybody saw of her was shortly after the Black Wagon came to rest here at the pit of Millie. She returns just as you're beginning to plan a search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, reader darling. Just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit and shake away the nerves. She's holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, damn it. Damn you, reader. Get out, get out, get out! Anyhow, it looks as if the show is about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, Shishi is right. The stars above begin to shine. You know she is about to face her sister Tamitha once again. You accept that it's a very private matter between them. What's up with the stars? Something else catches her notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form, but those dark stars are a portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth, you may invite the influence of the Titan stars.
Oh no, not this again.
Get confused.
Oh, it's freaking such a super giant
The
games thing
Titan
to do.
stars.
What?
Yeah, this is basically like a challenge, but like they increase the difficulty basically.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Islak Astralborn. Limbless Erzek.
You're turning them all on?
I always do this. This is a Super Giant
Oh
Games
my-
tradition.
Endrigal.
Ah, you're screwed.
This is a Super Giant Games tradition. You can't do it
Got it,
without
you're
all of them.
screwed.
All of them on. I do it every time. Did it in Bastion, did it in Transistor.
Silver,
What's up?
I summoned Reggie's character on PSO2,
The Titan
and he's
stars.
wearing a loincloth and has a
Burning
moai
remnants
head.
of monstrosities felled by the
Sounds about right.
scribes themselves.
Reggie,
Dare you to stand
why?
against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings.
I have a feeling you're gonna lose.
Be
No.
ready for the right.
Yeah, that's
Who wants to
scary.
bet that Silver loses?
What?
Who wants to bet that Silver loses?
So kind. The winged exiles of the Essence take position opposite your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Pamitha, come forth. No trickery this time. She appears as she asked, but remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Tamitha then reaches for her mask. You look weary to me, sister. Oh, too little sleep, I guess. I do get rather anxious sometimes, on the night before one of these things. It can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. Trio then say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they are thinking. The high-wing remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon enough, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone light as ever. So, given further thought to my proposal then? I have. And I think that now is not the time for talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now they must be questioning your loyalty. What? But Oh, cut it with the stammering, Pamitha. It is very unbecoming, you know that. You be sure to tell those comrades of yours what you propose to me. He dons her mask once more. She rejoined the other exiles of the Essence. Pamitha hesitates before returning to your group. Told her she could take my place. But I would keep her up to date about our progress, that she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. You don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused. For another, well, better tell you later. Now remember, you can count on me.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Terrorism.
Hatred. 7 years in exile. Let's see. My boy Hedwig.
So, real question though, if like the high wind people are all harps and they're all female, how do they give birth? What?
I'll think about it.
But I
Hedwig.
yes.
It's okay.
How is that, Luma? Or Rage?
They bud. They reproduce by budding.
They become flowers?
You've not seen the SpongeBob episode.
I don't watch SpongeBob. That shit terrified me.
You're such a bad boy.
Tizo.
Let's go
Yeah, I
Tizo.
am,
It is
sadly.
done.
Tizo feels badly for Pamitha, but would not hesitate to give his utmost in the coming right. Face us, wrestlers of the Commonwealth. The pain and loss of your defeat this night shall reverberate not only in your hollow hearts, but in the homeland that abandoned you. You're quite sure it has to be this way then, sister. There's no compromise here, Pamitha, not for traitors to my country or my blood. I understand, and so be it.
Somewhat.
The
Miss.
first dousing.
You remember, you lose, it's game over.
That's not game over.
Well, you lose the night.
No, I still get enlightened. I just get less enlightened.
Yeah, but don't you need it for the final stage? To beat, like, all of them.
I'll still be there.
So if you can just beat it, why don't you just go there like,
No, I
immediately?
still need to do the other rites first.
Oh.
My.
Yes!
The orb flies true.
Seems so distracted, Pamitha. Something more you wish to say to me? Words you feel that I am owed, perhaps? Pamitha stops at this and reaches for a mask. I'm sorry for what I did to you, sister. For what you did to me? Your apology rings as hollow as your plumage. You might rehearse it further upon every last survivor of high wing remnants. Now, no more talk.
Such hatred spewing constantly from Tamitha. Yet here in exile, she is not but talk. No,
Very nice. Double KO.
alas for Headwind. Nah. Do you believe you can prevail in this?
Do you believe in magic? Oh, hi, Sunny.
Sunny's up. No, no.
Sunny's watching with Rage.
Nice. No.
Wait, the Amazons make each other out of clay and magic?
What?
So they're witches?
What the heck? How did she get there?
Magic.
The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge.
Nope. Let's go.
Flames of freedom. Your adversaries, Pyre, now fall short of yours.
Yeah, teleport away.
Bye. No! Tizo! No, Tizo!
No, you don't.
Rip Tizo.
No. Did you just taunt anybody?
A devious maneuver.
So rude.
Your adversary's Pyre now burns brighter than your
No.
I feel like Pamitha is the next character to join you.
No. We're missing a plant person though. And a
Oh yeah, true.
bog, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Maybe yeah.
Which can be potentially this guy.
Punishment for all.
Very
Fear
nice.
not the purified.
Which I'm thinking can be this guy's name that I can't quite think of right now.
Starts like a V.
Huh?
Like the guy who used to be the reader.
Yeah.
Yeah, and starts with a V. If God, it takes 7
United
letters.
in banishment.
I reset the field.
Yeah, you're all dead. How'd that happen? Did you just explode them?
Yeah, no, I ran straight towards everyone basically.
Yes. Oh my
One
god.
more. This is a little nerve-wracking when it's harder for me to win.
Just once more.
Well, you're winning.
What
Can go
happened there?
the other side very quickly. Nope.
So I'm gonna lose the bet, aren't I?
Go. Yes.
It is done.
And you win the bet. There goes another favor to you, which you've never used.
Listen, buddy, you can't just down me
The
like
right
that.
is
Yeah, I can. I always do, and then I always lose.
You win, blood sister. You win. But at suppose that means you'll reconsider. You know that I cannot. You were always obstinate, but in that regard and all others which count for anything, you are inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless to me. I shall free myself without your help, or that of anyone. Now then, farewell. Wait, what of your comrades, the Essence? You must need them, at least. Mincing my words as ever, Pamitha. Know that I do love you in a way. Is that what you wish to hear? But my purpose is plain, and you stand in its way. You're a fool to think my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a mean towards an end, the likes of which you will never abide. Do you think that you could sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remained silent for some time. No. I think that you will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth, no matter what it takes. No matter if, in doing so, you are destroyed instead. Just so. So then, you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Hey,
If
yeah.
only wings
Rev it
could
up.
speed us on toward
All
greater
in all, having to unlearn
understanding.
everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected.
The goddesses didn't like men. Which goddesses are we talking about?
That's why they swapped.
What? Who?
The harps having a trait that if you salute, you swap places with an ally. So you probably swap places with the dead position of a dead ally, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Until the next rite.
Till the next rite.
I keep getting Magatsu bonus key silver.
Magasu. Of course you do.
Too much Magatsu.
You look funny. Back at the wagon after besting the essence rather soundly, you're about to join the others discussing the outcome when Wolford finds you. Wolford, that's his name. Good work back there, my boy. Well, I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there's something else you should see. Please join me outside. Look forth. The golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. Wait, isn't that the liberation one?
Yeah, it is. I think. But why is she there?
Oh, because she had the highest favor. Since I lowered the
Oh.
favor of the person, of the ones who would have gone.
Oh.
Wow, so quickly. The rites are calling you again to the fall of Solian, where one among you may go free should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. Suppose it's good for everyone, including the withdrawn, who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Aladil ought to be a little easier than before at least. Should be able to make landing near to some of the old monument to the scribes. Let's head forth at dawn. Soon everyone is off to rest, as best as they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Despite Pamitha's mental conditioning, you can tell something is troubling her. She won't listen to a word I say, not one damn word. If she were my blood sister, I should think I'd hate her guts as much as she hates mine. She shakes her head. I should apologize, to you and everyone. I sought out Tamitha without asking her leave. Figured I would rather seek forgiveness than permission, you understand. My attempts with Tamitha didn't amount to much, as you well saw. So at this point, I'm hopeful you'll be more accepting of apologies than she. Though, tell me something, Rita darling. Do you suppose I'm going to betray you? You may know better than I do at this point. Express to Pamitha that you do not view her efforts to make peace with Tamitha as being contradictory to the group's larger goals. You understand why she did what she did. She says nothing for a while. It's kind of you to say, darling. The others see it with such generosity. But if they don't, You need but tell me to depart, and I'll be on my way. However, I've a promise that I wish to make to you. You let me stay, and I'll see this through, with all of you, no matter where we all end up. I'll be on the roof for a bit, I think. Take care too, darling. Despite Pamitha's disappointment with the outcome of her confrontation with the Blood Sister, you sense she is less troubled now, after your brief conversation. Oh, see the thing.
River Frost? What's that? I want to see the River Frost. What the description say?
That's probably a selling item.
No, it's item you were clicking on.
Oh. Oh, it's just a little keepsake.
Oh.
It's been there for a while though.
Really? I thought it was new.
Being here in Flagging Cans continues to sap most everyone's spirits.
Great.
As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you, very slowly. Very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there, numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Let's see if there's anything else. Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kaelmer. The scribes themselves thought to avoid this place. Let us fly on. Huh.
Because they were lazy to program it in.
Well, who knows? It could show up later.
Oh, that's a pretty tree.
Make landing on the sacred Mount Eladiel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. Wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Ulfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. Should have to take the rest of the trip to the Fall of Solient by land. We soon liberate another one of our own there. Should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Seek the Harp Scribe's favor. Oh. Get Pamitha. It's not the one. Keep pressing. Let me see. Listen, you need to relax, Rich, with your mythological history science. It's too good. And who exactly do you have in mind? I'm gonna go with Pamitha. I think this is the way. Oh, it would just be Sir Gilman at this point. Do this one. Ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Pamitha. Oh, you mean that feisty harp? She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. Soon Pamitha arrives in heat of the summons. You called for me, Rita, darling? Ah, it's that crystal. Then let's hash it out. I'm ready.
Hash browns? Are we making hash browns?
Let's hash the browns. I'm ready.
Wow, that's racist.
The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Harp. You answer to me here. Ooh, a bossy one. Sure then, go on and tell me more. Such a delightful student for a change. Come then, let us see what you can do, left to your own devices. Save for your reader's vigilance, of course. And show what she wants to see then, reader darling. I'm an idiot. It's a bad start. Alarm, relax. Listen, Alarm, you
Oh,
distracted me.
is it saying that you gotta go to work?
I will get ready soon.
Yeah.
Darn it. Nope. It's not. I don't like panicking.
Well, at least you can try it multiple times.
Come on, I landed right in front of the guy. I thought he died.
That was a quick loss.
Not over yet.
Got it.
Piece of trash.
So how many favors though by now every time I lose a bet with you?
I don't know. Nope.
I think it's at least like 5 now. But I don't know how many. I think 4 or 5.
Oh, now that was unfortunate. Alas, it was. Pretty little Harper's gusto to spare, but it would seem she lacks the prowess to back it up. I tell you not to waste my time, Harp, but the truth is that my time is there for you to waste, so by all means, try again with me if that is your desire. I think that Harp should fare better than before. We soon shall see. It can only get better.
You're better.
Mouse always starts so low.
What is your what?
My mouse always starts so low on the thing.
Oh. Like sensitivity?
No, I mean like position. My mouse cursor is usually pretty low.
It's probably positioned there so it wouldn't like, yeah, you make it quote unquote fair.
Sometimes I get mad at the controls here. I wish I could just control it with a controller.
Oh, you can't use controller?
I don't know actually. It certainly would be much easier if I could. I hate controlling it with the mouse.
Why don't you do it?
Check.
Oh, Mirek left? No, Mirek's back. Guess probably just refreshed.
Maybe. There we go. There we go. Gross. There now, is everybody happy? Oh, happy as can be, my doubtless pretty Harp. So good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. And my congratulations both to you and to your lovely reader. I'll be gone from here before I have any second thoughts. I mean, I guess. I suppose. My, that Sandra sure could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she? Say, what's that you have there, darling? Ooh, nice. It's actually really good.
check the controller stuff. Oh, maybe next time actually, because they do have 10 minutes left.
In that day, you accompany Sir Gilman into the sheer cliffs of Emperor's Ascent, where a monument to Trieste Tithys awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Sir Gilman's inner thoughts as clear as if he were speaking aloud. Have this night's glory days gone by? He often wonders. Perhaps you know the answer to that. Please do not spoil it for him. Soon you and he are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Trieste Tithys has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent, for now the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Ooh, Sir Gilman plus 2 quickness. Sir Gilman is training intently when you approach. Master Reader, this knight was so engulfed in memories of the Sea Dominion that he failed to detect your stealthy advance on his position. Splendidly done. This knight would have been vanquished by you easily. This knight is fortunate to have you as an ally rather than a mortal foe. His kind routinely clambers from the depths of the Sea Dominion to seek greater glory and perhaps a slightly longer life expectancy within your commonwealth. Such an honor it would be to be assigned the rank of knight and be conscripted onto the front lines of the commonwealth against their vicious winged enemies. In the Sea Dominion, it was our ultimate goal to fight our way to the surface, past our brethren, past the razor reefs, the strangled kelp, the snagglefins that prey upon our kind. Sir Gilman continues listing undersea dangers and terrors for some time. Past the bloodfish sniffers, the electric scallops, the rogue worms of the frigid current, the paralyzing nets of the far fishers, and even past the scalding waters of the glowing trench. Finally, he trails off. Yet, even despite the myriad challenges of living in the Sea Dominion, it is each would-be worm knight's duty to abandon that place at his or her soonest convenience. How humorous it was to learn that life within your commonwealth had quite a bit in common with their existence undersea. So not all pomp and glory as the stories told. Perhaps it is our lot as worm knights to bring strife with us wherever we should go, for even here it seems our kind is pitted both against our brethren and all others. He remains silent for a while, but then, ah well, it is fortunate that this knight found within this place so fine a company as yours. It is a most different change of pace, to strive toward a common purpose, rather than to strive constantly to outperform each other towards one's own self-gain. Although, to the extent we are competing still, this knight shall ever strive to take the lead. Make no mistake about that, Master Reader. This knight was born to be the best, just like all the billions like him. Now he is off to steal himself. Your pardon, Master Reader. Scoots off somewhere to continue with his self-made training regimen. Plus 1 more quickness. Go fast. Vocation, please. Let's see. I'm gonna mentor Rookie. Sure, chum. I could go for some enlightenment right about now. Might take the edge off. You and Rookie compare thoughts on how each of your fellow exiles can contribute to prevailing in the rights, and which groups of 3 they maybe can achieve their best. Just throw me in with anybody who can keep up. We're always gonna do just fine. I mean, I guess. Check something quick. Right. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Luce Chlorane, and Rookie happens to take notice. So you scribes people, can you hear me okay? If you can, then do me a solid and let me get out of here already. My family can't do nothing without me. They've been waiting for a while now. This is a little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Luce Chlorane has shown you a favor. Stew for your presence.
Rookie really wants to go home, huh?
You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward toward the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. Minstrel leads you toward the archway where his counterpart awaits. The exile of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Diesel passes through the gate. Rookie passes through the gate. Pamithla passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Hedwin passes through the gate. Zay passes through the gate. Wolfert passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression, and she addresses all of you in a formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. We have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed.
So, confirmed I am a black independent woman?
Who don't need no man.
Exactly, so, bye, Silver.
No, okay. Well, there goes me.
I feel sad now.
It's okay. Again, you gain the top of Mount Aladil, from which the downside sprawls before you. I wonder whether one among you should soon shall follow Jordaria from this place. I don't even have money. Oh my god. Oh, hey guys. You know, it's real awful cold up here.
When did he
Sometimes
get
waiting for
jelly bean hot
customers,
dogs?
so- How about it, okay? I don't know, actually. And good luck in that big battle thing you've got. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's gonna be exciting for my friends. Listen, buddy, you need to stop. Eat the tacos. Eat the burrito. Eat that guy. No, I want you to talk. I like you.
Gotta eat you.
Oh, okay. Ouch. Yeah, I got like no money, dude.
Yeah, you don't.
This.
I thought the highest rank was 20.
Oh yeah, it is.
So who are you gonna let leave?
I have to see what my options first.
Oh, your
Let's stop
option is you
again.
have 2 minutes left.
I got time. Time has come for your second liberation right to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Wolfert speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Wolfert look up at you. Trust that you're feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. Somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all at every turn in time
personnel, kid.
It's simply that for each one of
Literally.
us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, sir, this night you shall confront the withdrawn. They have already appointed Uden Hill to be liberated, should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy. And lo, even the stars agree on this account.
Archbeast Sungris.
Jesus, this really make it difficult.
Which class should I level up?
All of them.
Well, I'm missing Hunter,
The
Gunner,
Nightwings
Fighter,
have
Ranger.
returned unto the fall of
Gunner.
Solium, at
Gunner?
which the
Oh god,
scribes
my most
first
hated
formed
class.
their sacred union. At stake this night
You like
is
torturing me, don't
freedom
you?
You
and
asked!
prosperity.
I know.
You
But
can pick
only
whichever
for
one.
one
There's a
exile
cat
who
that
prevails in
I
this
have better gear
liberation
now.
right. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the withdrawn which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
Pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then anoint in one of the withdrawn. Come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A bog dweller, Udmild, appears from the shadows and reaches for her mask. We are known to be witch Udmild. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us, or the one we serve. We shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, brought down by the fell winds and many seeing eyes of Islak, the Astral Born. You speak blasphemy upon this sacred site, Udmild. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop Islak, and ye shall rise again. As for ye Nightwings, ye are of no consequence in Islak's grand desire. He dons her mask once more. Soon we shall return unto the land which Islak shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood, that of many, many others. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Either I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion who you choose shall go free this very night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
Probably Rookie next. That's not what I want. So I start with 50 now. Great.
51.
50 Pyre.
Oh well, you're screwed.
Not screwed. It's gonna be harder.
Got it, you're screwed.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
The kindest.
Yee!
Alright, it's time to get Rookie free. Good choice there, Chop. So if I get out of here, I don't know what you're gonna do without me.
Who shall stand with him? Edwin.
I have your back, Rookie. Let's get you home.
Zay.
Oh, I can help? I think I can help.
It is done.
Soon, Islak, very soon, we shall release thee. We shall release thee, and as for ye, Nightwings, we have much in store for ye.
Commence.
Oh, what's the music?
The music is great is what it is.
Oh. It's kinda hard to hear the music without the sound effect. Like it's cutting out.
Yes. Yes.
You throw the thing.
Thanks. accidentally throw it sometimes.
Well, stop it.
Ah, darn it. Go, 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 hurry, hurry. No! He's like, we invoke thee, for we seek thy ancient strength. Befoul our enemies within thy blood. Damnation to the nightwings, damnation to the scribes. The invocation of Islak, your adversary which would wield his curse shall summon forth dark pools of vanishing ichor, wheresoever any exile is banished here this night. Oh, that was an accident. No.
Quite an exchange.
Ah.
Goodbye, Headwind. Oh, if I were that one, I'd be rather. Poor Headwind.
Yes!
So it is.
You won?
Not yet. It's getting really tricky right now.
Be gone,
Yes!
lot.
No! Ah, what a piece of garbage.
Ah,
I like how the text just says laughter.
No.
there. How far?
Oh.
You're having a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Yes! No.
Oh.
Didn't see it coming.
No.
Did you lose all your characters?
Not yet.
When you...
No, no, now I did.
Oh,
No!
game over.
No!
Game over.
Darn it!
There it is, at last.
Game over.
Not
The
game over.
withdrawn have proved
Yeah, it is.
their
No, it
worth.
isn't. The game continues.
The Nightwings,
But you
on the
lost
other
the match.
hand,
Yeah, but I still have the rest of them. It just means
But you
she's
can't-
liberated.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And
Rip.
thus, the
But I
scribes
said the game
have chosen
continues. It's not game over.
the
I know,
exile
but
appointed by
Rip.
the withdrawn shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, returned
Now,
to glory
Commonwealth is
in the
fucked.
Commonwealth.
Not necessarily.
Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Ah, damn it all, chums. I can't believe you blew it. I could have been out of here. Really thought you had it in the bag. Oh well, that's out of my system now, so see you back at the wagon, hey? Ugh. As promised is thine, thy will shall be fulfilled. Thy hunger sated. This land in which the scribes bound thee, and thy imprisonment to give us strength, which we shall use in service of thy will. Thy patience with us, thy forgiveness, we give thanks. And as for them, which would melt slowly turns to all of those in witness of our victory. We who stood against us know that Islak shall not forgive ye, nor shall we. We now return unto the lands above, to sow him the future which he seeks. And they, the fools above, shall merely call us mad. Their time, of course, shall come. That which we meld plunges into the waters of the shimmer pool and disappears. Yet still her dry voice reverberates across the mountain top. Great.
Godspeed, Gudmilda. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence
I need
again.
to
I don't feel
consider.
like that's a good thing.
You and the Nightwings may have experienced your first defeat, but this is not the end. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Rookie, for example,
What does
learned a
valuable
valuable
lesson
lesson this night.
Awarded only this one time.
So too has Hedwyn, not in spite of the setback with the withdrawn, but because of it. And Zai is no exception. She has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment and learn and grow from what transpired. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes now and all throughout your quest is to be yours alone. You know, with all this rights business, there's been this one real fancy move that I've been mulling for a while. I think I just finally got how I could pull it off.
Until the rites begin anew.
Gross. I'm a sad burritos. Back at the
Time
Black
to say-
Wagon, after the outcome of the liberation right against the withdrawn. We can do better, and we will. Our faith is being tested here, I think. Though you did not succeed in liberating Ruki, there is some consolation. The rites shall continue, and before long, you shall have another chance. We did what we could. With each liberation wave, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or should I say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more the sky is all abyssal darkness. Following the liberation rite, no stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Let us go once more to Moonlight Outlook. An aerodime must run, besides, once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. Find Sir Gilman searching intently for something or other. His eye is shut tight, his brow further in deep concentration. He acknowledges your presence in the most minimal way possible, continues scanning the environment. Try not to forgive this night's impertinence to you, Master Reader, for he is on the hunt at this time. using his acute sense of hearing, which is much more acute whilst underwater, but shall have to suffice in this case, to track down a most elusive character. Character who has eluded this knight time and time again, from whom this knight seeks to learn the still superior evasive strategies, applicable when next he may conduct the rites. Hold, is that? You have no idea to whom he's referring when. Stick it up, worm. You're caught out. You could have wrung your neck just now, you know. Oh, this knight has failed again. Alas, Master Rookie, once more you have outwitted this poor knight, and outmaneuvered him. Please, you must really reveal the secret to your speed and cunning. Take it easy, chum. You're not half bad yourself. Besides, I was getting pretty sick of running around circles around all these slowpokes before you showed up while we were out at sea. Do you truly mean that, Master Rookie? But no, it cannot be, for this knight has never seen anyone as deft and fleet of foot as you. Certainly, it must be advantageous to possess 4 feet, while this knight has but one, if so it may be called, and yet, we're all born with necessary means, and we must all make do. Look, chum, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself already. You ever thought maybe you ought to give yourself a break once in a while? Never! This knight deserves no break, not while there's not honor to be gained. He is merely a worm, one of roughly 8 billion of his kind. Thus he must strive to be remarkable, and to exceed what is expected of him. Guess what, chum? You went and did that already, and I thought all you Sea Dominion types were just a bunch of meatheads who didn't care for nothing but a fight. But you've been downright decent. You even made me break a sweat a couple times out there, when I thought maybe we got somebody quicker than on his foot than me. Point I'm trying to make is, it's been good having you with us. I always say it's worth having someone quick around to keep you on your toes. For a moment you wonder if Sir Gilman is about to weep. Sensing the same, Rookie immediately changes the subject. Now come on, you want to go another round or what? There's some good hiding spots outside where I can show you how we curs get the drop on unwary passerby. In a very honorable way. This knight would be most honored, Master Rookie. The two of them head off to further train together. You catch notice of the book of rites there in the wagon. The rites which so stress trust and reliance on one's fellow exiles. It describes lightly do not envision Sir Gilman and Rookie in particular as conductors of their sacred traditions. Yet perhaps there is a sort of kinship which they had in mind. Is that wrong? Read that. Give me that. Can you get that? Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. Wait, so... Oh, the withdrawn are no longer relevant, apparently. We're out of here. Look at this. Alright. That's it for me now. I'm a sad breedus. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Bop.
Holy.
Ah, say me I can write through.
Fuckers. Goodbye.